As you've probably figured out by now, the food you eat doesn't really come from stores. It comes from farms. Farming is one of the oldest professions in the world. And while a lot about farming has stayed the same at Country Dairy, like having respect for the earth and growing food naturally, a lot has changed too. On the tour today, we're going to show you how happy, healthy cows make the best tasting milk. We're also going to show you how that milk becomes other stuff that tastes great too, like cheese and ice cream. But it all starts with farming. At Country Dairy, we farm over 3,000 acres of corn and hay for our cows. 3,000 acres is a lot of land. That's bigger than 300 football fields put together. Right about now, you might be wondering why a farm that makes milk, cheese, and ice cream grows so much corn and hay. That's because we feed our cows only the best, most natural cow food every day. And boy, do they eat a lot of food. A single cow at Country Dairy can eat over 100 pounds of food every day. That's like one of us eating over 400 cheeseburgers in a day. At Country Dairy, we have over 1,400 cows. When you have 1,400 cows eating over 100 pounds of food every single day, you literally need a mountain of food to feed them. Because our cows eat so much healthy, natural food, we get to use two pretty cool things to help us out: science and technology. Dairy farming is a lot of hard work and a lot of science. From raising the crops to preparing the best possible diet for our cows, science plays a huge role in making great milk. And what about all those thousands of acres of farmland? The only way to plant and harvest all that natural food is with technology. From plowing to planting to harvesting, technology helps us do our best. What's our favorite farming technology? Giant combines with computers in them, of course. Not only do these giant machines help us gather all that food, but the computers inside them tell us just how well our food is growing. Science and technology are cool, but the most important job we do every day is taking care of our cows. Cows give us food, but they're also God's creatures and deserve care and respect. We like to say that happy, healthy cows make the best milk because it's absolutely true. Did you know that we name every single cow on our farm? It's been proven that when people give animals names, people treat those animals better. So that's just what we do. So now we've grown all that food, fed our cows delicious, healthy food, and ensured they're healthy. It's time to get the milk. Our cows live in comfortable dairy barns and pretty much have the easiest job in the world. 3 times a day, they go to the milking parlor where they're milked for about 8 minutes. That's right, dairy cows work only 24 minutes a day. At the milking parlor, we take great care to clean the cow's udders before milking so that you get only the cleanest, healthiest milk. After the milking is done, the fresh milk travels through stainless steel pipes to the bottling plant. At the bottling plant, the cream is first taken out of the milk at the cream separator. Next, the milk is pasteurized. Pasteurization was invented by Louis Pasteur over 200 years ago. During pasteurization, the milk is heated to 175 degrees for 15 seconds and then rapidly cooled. Once that is done, the milk is homogenized and refrigerated. Homogenization is just a fancy term for making all parts of the milk the same. How do we do it? Basically, we do it by shaking the milk really, really fast in a machine called a homogenizer. Finally, the milk goes to the bottling room, where it's put into bottles of different sizes. Everything from the gallon of milk in your refrigerator to the lunch bottles you get at school. How much milk do we bottle every week? About 80,000 gallons. That's enough milk to fill 3 swimming pools every week. We also make a couple other food items from our milk that you've definitely heard of. The first is cheese. People have been enjoying cheese for thousands of years for one very good reason. It tastes great. At Country Dairy, our cheesemakers create a whole range of different cheeses from our milk. Here's how we make our cheddar cheese. First, we put milk in our cheese vat, where the milk and cheese culture is heated. Here's where science helps us again. We add something called rennet to the mixture, and the milk starts to clump together into cheese curds. Rennet is a specific group of enzymes. In cheese making, enzymes cause milk to turn into cheese. After that, we drain the cheese vat and take out the cheese curds. At this point, we can do two things with the cheese curds. We can press the cheese curds together to make a giant block of cheese. This cheese is then aged for at least a month and possibly up to 10 years. This is probably the kind of cheese you have all the time. The second thing we can do with the cheese curds is to skip all those steps and put them right in a bag. We call them Country Dairy Moochies, and they're just about the freshest cheese you'll ever have. And that's how we make our cheese, a food that's great by itself or on a sandwich or on a pizza. There's another food that we make at Country Dairy, and it starts with great milk too. That food is, of course, ice cream. Ice cream first appeared in America almost 300 years ago. So what makes Country Dairy ice cream so good? 3 things. First, great ice cream comes from great milk, so you want to start with the best milk around. Second, use a lot of cream. Cream is the part of milk that not only gives ice cream its name, but also gives ice cream its texture and great taste. The third ingredient to making great ice cream is all the ingredients we put in our ice cream. From nuts to chocolate to cookie dough to peanut butter cups to plain old-fashioned vanilla, we pack our ice cream with some of the best stuff on earth. So let's think about this. Cows are living creatures just like people. That means they need to eat healthy food just like we do. Cows also need to have regular doctor visits from a veterinarian or cow doctor, just like people need to see doctors as well. And cows produce some fine things made out of their milk that we like to eat. Things like ice cream and cheese. Come to think of it, while cows have similar needs to people, they're also very important to our lives and the things we eat. That should make us pretty thankful for the cows and the people that milk them and care for them. Thanks for spending the day with our family at Country Dairy, and enjoy the tour. We hope you'll learn a bit about dairy farming and have a whole lot of fun. Now let's dance our way out to the tour wagon for a great time on the tour.